I've got to meet everyone and got to actually, talk to them. And I remember the first person that I say hi was Pogba. He was on the phone. He was on the phone. And then I'm like, just like a normal fan, although wearing suit. I was like, he knows my senior. They said, okay. So he hung up the phone and I said, Assalamualaikum. Welcome, salam. You Muslim, brother? I said, yeah. Where are you from? I'm from Malaysia. Oh, okay. So then we have a chat about the game and so on, so on.
Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya buatan Malaysia.
Yes, and also if you are new to our channel, please like, share, and subscribe to be part of our JomUnited Machas. Don't forget to click on the bell notification right at the right-hand corner, so you'll be notified when we release a new video. Better do it quick before the new season starts. Okay, so for this month's episode of #Lepak with the Machas, we have a very special guest today, bros. He's an entrepreneur, an actor, a TV host, Adidas Malaysia influencer, and most importantly for us, he is the president of the official Malaysian Manchester United fan club. Salute, salute, salute. Okay, let us give a very warm Malaysian selamat datang to Raf Yaakob. How are you, bro?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Well, we are all good. Very excited for the new season. A bit worried about the fitness of our first 11, but we'll get into that later. Okay,
right. So, Raf, thanks for being here. It's very exciting to have you here in the even before the start of the season. And maybe just to kickstart things, maybe you would like to share a bit more about yourself and maybe let us know, how did you become a Manchester United fan?
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Raf Yaakob. Maybe those days during college age, people might know me as Faisal. But then ever since I went to Australia in Sydney, they start calling out my initials. So Raf Yaakob, actually RAF stands for Raden Ahmad Faisal, my full name. So I'm stuck with that name. So people call me Raf anyway. Okay. How do I get supporting United since day one? Okay. Back in 90, 91, 92. A bit funny story lah actually, because those days, right? Melayu semua pergi sunat, right? So what happened was I was waiting for the doctor to come to be sunat, and then the nurse said doctor will come in 1 hour. So I don't know what to do. So I told my elder brother Datuk Fazli, he's also a MasterChef celebrity. He told me, okay, what do you want me to get? I don't know, get me a Dragon Ball or any football magazine. So he said, Zal, I couldn't find you a Dragon Ball, but I get you a football magazine. I said, hey, that's fine. So he gave me a magazine. It says Manchester United. On the front page is a picture of Ryan Giggs. They call it the left wing wizard. I was like, ooh, okay. So if he plays left wing, then he's left-footed. So that's like me, I'm left-footed too. Joshua probably knows about it.
Yep.
So since then, I flipped the book and then I get to know about Sir Alex Ferguson, Sir Bobby Charlton, and so on. And that is the day when I think like, you know what, I'm going to support this team. So thanks to my brother that I actually hook up to Man United. But can you imagine if he bought me a Liverpool magazine?
Oh my gosh.
No. Then you wouldn't have been on this channel. Then there's no Liverpool channel in Malaysia.
For this, we need to thank you, Dato' Fazli. Thank you so much for bring Faisal to the light. Thank you for him. And then, Raf, maybe you can also, I'd like to add in more to that. It's like, what would be your best memory as a Manchester United fan?
Okay, it's very hard to pick. I've got plenty. But surely, I'll give you two, my top two, because this one I can't give a rank. Of course, the day when I meet the players, because usually before I become the president of my Man United or MUFC Malaysia, I used to watch them at Old Trafford and just wait at the gates, wait until the player entering the stadium or going back. So I'll probably say hi like a fans, just like that. But ever since I become the president back in 2014, and the following year I've got chosen as one of Adidas ambassador, there are more privilege that I've got, and one of it is to attend the UNICEF dinner. So when I've been told that I'm gonna attend the initial dinner, and only 2 tables, meaning only 20 people, will hang out with the whole team in a private suite. So that is when I've got to meet everyone and got to actually, talk to them. And I remember the first person that I say hi was Pogba. He was on the phone. He was on the phone, and then I'm like, just like a normal fan, although I'm wearing suit. I was like, he knows my senior. They said, okay. So he hung up the phone, and I said, Assalamualaikum. Welcome, salam. You Muslim, brother? I said, yeah. Where are you from? I'm from Malaysia. Oh, okay. So then we have a chat about the game and so on and so on. And then, that night I've met literally everyone and took a picture with everyone. So that was probably the sweetest experience for me, being a United fan. But that is one, as a fan. But secondly, the things that I can never forget is to score a goal at Old Trafford. That was, I think, probably 2 or 3 years after that. I've got a chance to play football at Old Trafford, and I've scored a goal outside the box, Trafford end. Perfect.
Oh, superb. That's every United boy's dream.
Dream, man.
Yeah, actually for me, even being at Old Trafford was goosebumps. My first time ever. Even that, walking into the stands also, it was like really goosebumps. And yeah, you scoring that goal, oh my goodness, that must be one feeling, man.
Then you can
I'll show you the video later on.
Yeah, it's nice.
You can imagine the background, right? Martin Taylor's voice. Oh yes!
All right, Raf. So yeah, thanks for sharing that experience. Maybe another very, very controversial question to you, I would say, is that out of the many Manchester United players who is your most favorite? And this one you cannot even say like number 1 and number 2. Who would be your favorite? I think I know who, because back in the days we do battle about this person, but maybe you have a different one now. So yeah, so maybe you can share.
Can you recognize him? Cristiano Ronaldo, of course.
Cristiano,
of course.
Why Cristiano? What about Cristiano? He's right-footed.
Yeah, but I remember being an 18-year-old guy, just finished SPM for me. And then the same year United signed Cristiano, I was like, hey, this guy is 18. Wow, he wears number 7. And he was one of the kind of player those days who doing all these amazing tricks. Back then, there's not much of Flair playing in Premier League. So when Ronaldo came to Premier League, you see the changes that he brought to United. It's magnificent. It's mesmerizing. So whenever he have the ball, people will be jump on their seat. Something magical will be happening. So to me, I've been following Ronaldo since, in fact, Sporting Lisbon, because I played Football Manager. So every time I played Football Manager, I would sign this kid from Sporting Lisbon. So the year when United signed me out, I was like, wow, United finally bought these wonder kids. So ever since, I've been following him when he moved to Madrid and of course Juventus until now.
Nice. That's a great player, of course, all time. And until today, we only have Cavani after the many number 7s that we had.
Don't mention buddy, bro.
Bro, I got one question. Okay, because I can see that you like Flair players. Okay, you mentioned Ryan Giggs early on. Okay, which is also my personal favorite. Okay, he's the first Manchester United. A lot of people go with Eric Cantona, but for me, it's always Ryan Giggs. Okay, then you talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, from our current batch of players, right? Any particular Flair players that you like, or do you think that there's a potential Flair players are waiting to be unleashed?
Am I allowed to say the new signings or no?
New signings. Yeah, sure. You're gonna say Sancho. Okay, let's put Sancho aside. The current squad, Sancho haven't trained with the team yet.
Okay. I thought Anthony Martial would be.
My God.
No, listen. No, the first year when he joined United, I thought he would be some kind of magical player, because you will see the ball is like glued on his feet each time he dribble. Yes. But it's not that consistent.
Yes.
And then we've got Rashford, a bit straightforward, but he got some tricks on his back as well. But again, not so consistent. So I don't see any.
Okay, at least you mentioned Anthony Martial, because you are the official Malaysian president of the Manchester United fan club. I am the official Martial fan club president. It was a trap, lah, basically, bro. I just wanted you to mention Martial. Okay, so speaking about the Malaysian Manchester United fan club, okay, maybe can you just share with us, the audience here, can you just tell us a bit about the club scene in Malaysia?
Okay, the club was established back in 2007, and then I joined the club 2012, and then become president in 2014. Only last 2 years, we've got our first ever patron or chairman, which is YBKJ.
Oh, okay.
Prior to MCO, of course, we'll be having lots of match view every weekend, depending on the time. We got lots of activities with the partners like Maybank, Adidas, TM, but things have been pretty quiet since lockdown. We can't organize any match views, so usually we just chat in our group WhatsApp. That's it.
Well, is there any particular a channel or a Telegram group or maybe Instagram group or something like that? Maybe you can just share with us so that we can follow along. We can join in as well.
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter, which is MUFC_Malaysia, and I believe in FB it's still MUFC Malaysia or My Man United. I have to get back on that, but we are more active on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, which is MUFC_Malaysia.
Okay, and for those, before this pandemic, those watch-alongs and whatnot, is it a weekly kind of thing, or is it like 1 month kind of thing, or how is it like?
I would say a small match view would be weekly.
Okay, all right.
Every weekend, small. I think the skills of 10 people at least. But you talk about mega match view or grand match view, they'll be on the big games. Usually all the big games, all the top 4 games will be organized by the partners like TM and Maybank, so we just tag along. And ever since I took over, as a president in 2014, every year we would have at least 2 trips to Old Trafford with members.
Oh, nice.
So I will offer them such a great deal, which is between 5,000 to 7,000, depending on the game. And we will be going to England for about 5 days, 4 nights.
Wow.
And there are a few people who actually extend to stay in London. So we do have customization on the plan. But Old Trafford trip is something that we look forward every season, but it's sad that we can't go now.
Yep. Good. Actually, I'm embarrassed to say, I'm a big Manchester United fan, but I've yet go to Old Trafford. I actually had a chance back then, but then I was under LVG time, but I didn't go at that time. So I'm lucky in the sense that the time they were playing boring football. So with now Ole at the rain and whatnot, right? I'm actually looking forward after this pandemic to actually make it a point. Maybe we can all join MUFC Malaysia and go together. There'll be a very good convoy. Okay, just one question. Having traveled and been to Old Trafford, okay, and to see the football there, the football is like a religion basically for everybody, right? How do you see the fans, the foreign fans, the British fans compared to our Malaysian fans? How would you compare them?
Well, honestly, there's only slight differences. I would say people in Manchester, they are more enthusiastic, they're more passionate, they're more emotional. So those are this thing that I would see the major difference. But to be honest, it's not much differences because people in Malaysia that they support United the same way like how the British people do, as if they were born in UK. But I would say that they're more passionate when I come about passion, maybe because they speak the language. So every time when the crowd chant, they all can sing like with the proper words and proper lyrics and all that, which I believe not many Malaysians would know most of the songs, most of the chanting.
I know that one. I know that specific one. Tony Martial came from France.
Enough, dog.
Sorry. I can't help myself. Sorry.
All right, Raf. So let's move on to the current squad, okay? And I wanted to ask you about the manager of Manchester United, which is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Putting aside, he was a great player for us, scoring winning goals every time coming as a sub, things like that. What do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is as a manager as soon as he took over Manchester United?
Okay, I would look at when he took over the squad. It was a squad from previous 3 different managers in a short spell. So it's not an easy task for him. But I'm happy that his well, of course, result shows he's been improving gradually, the players. Just that I believe if we hire the right technical staff and behind the scenes from day one, Ole was in United, it would be a much faster result. But of course, the first year when he joined United, he wasn't properly backed up by the management in terms of transfer and technical coaching staff. So, but you see, eventually throughout the years, he got what he wanted, and the result shows.
Yep. Yeah, I think I would also agree there. I think the past 3 seasons that he took, I mean 2.5, I would say, like he really pushed up with whatever he had, I would say. And where another question which I think we do not know as fans, but I think like you said, the technical or coaching team might play an influence to this. And we always lose out like set pieces, the corner kicks and all this, and we always blame like Lindelof and Bailly. Do you think this defensive coach did play a role? Like they are not up to that part. Are they competent enough? Do you think that also played a part?
I think it's mutual responsibilities. You can be 50% of what the coaches wants, and of course 50% the effort from the players. But I would say more to players, because if you've got a masterclass or world class defenders who would actually defend better, things would have been so much easier. But I think the past 2 seasons and a half, our center has been a bit loose, a bit messy. So I don't really blame the coaches or the back room, but I would say 70% down to the players.
Yep.
Okay, bro, moving into the new season, okay, because right now we already got 2 of the signings, the marquee signings, okay, we got Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane. Okay, I think these 2 players are the players that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants, his first choice players. Okay, so having given these 2 players and possibly apparently there's maybe 1 or 2 more incoming players, right? Do you think that this coming season Ole Gunnar needs to prove himself?
Yep. Well, if you see the trend the past 2 years, the chart has been going up pretty well. It's just that we're still miles apart from Man City's squad depth. So this is what Ole did this year. And if you look on paper, with these 2 marquee signing, Rafael Varane and Sancho, we would have done better. I think we would have definitely do better this season. And I would say a cup at least in our hand. And the good thing is that he improved the squad where it's needed, which is the centre half and also the wingers. So we're lack of creativity last season. We can see every time the ball comes to the left or right, you would see the same pattern. We don't have that player that would actually give the creativity. And Sancho, he's a game changer. And I hope that whatever he produced in Bundesliga, he produce the same in Premier League.
Yep. And maybe to that question, Raf, based on the last season and the season before, and with our new signings of Varane and Sancho, right? Do you think that there are other areas that we need to solidify to be actual contenders or even winning the Premier League, for example?
Okay, definitely. If you ask me, I would sign another 2 world-class players. One as a defensive or holding midfielders. Another one would be a world-class striker. Well, how long Cavani can last? He's what, 34? Was it? He's 34. He can't play week in, week out. Even if you play, he won't stay 90 minutes. So we need the world-class striker in United, but probably not this year. We could still use him maybe next season. But the most crucial one would be holding midfielder, because currently we have none. The only I would say the only proper CDM we have now is Nemanja Matic and McTominay. Fred is not a defensive midfielder, he's a box-to-box. And put aside, Matic is a bit old and slow. We only have McTominay. So that's it. So we don't have the engine, we don't have the protector at the back, the anchor. So we need one. So rumors going on many about a potential signing for United, but I would still love United to sign Declan Rice or the guy from Leeds.
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, Calvin Phillips.
That's why your hairstyle is the same.
This is Ibrahimovic / Alex Telles.
Oh, okay. All right. And then moving on to maybe our youth system lah. I see that a lot of prospect potentials, and they are definitely trying to fight for the teams in the squad first 11 and so forth, right? Who do you think would be? I mean, putting Greenwood aside, as he managed to break through the first 11. Who would you think would be the best potential player in the next maybe 5 years or 10 years down the road?
I would love to see Amad Diallo to be one of the best winger in the world.
Nice.
Because I think he would have a bigger prospect. The rest I can't see yet. It's different, if you look at when Cristiano joins United when he was 18, and when you compare to what we have now, 18 years old player, they don't meet that kind of standard. We leave the benchmark so high, but I think the one potential will be Amad Diallo for sure.
Probably like what you brought up, maybe it's because at that time when Cristiano came in, right, they already have a very solid first 11 people, leaders. We say leaders in the dressing room, which our case right now, I don't think we have much of a leader in our team now. Maybe any particular character in our dressing room now that you think that it's probably carrying the team at the moment?
Of course, I think we need a loud captain, a very loud and aggressive captain on the field. But we have Maguire as our captain now. In terms of leadership, reading the game is all right, but in terms of being vocal, I don't see that much. I would see Bruno shouting here and there, but not Maguire. So I would love to see Bruno to captain United, but I think he needs to take care of his temperament.
Anyway, that's very important, the temperament, but of course he needs to control it. But I think that drives the passion. People go harder, that 110%, because I mean, that's always been Manchester United, right? That 110% that wins us the trophies in that sense. So apart from that, right, with the many speculation of Pogba leaving, Pogba coming, staying and things like that, what do you think about Pogba's future in United?
I think he's just delaying things. I would see him signing a contract with United. Probably not this month, but eventually he will sign, because for sure United won't let him leave for free again for the second time. So it's just a matter of time where they're gonna settle in the contract. And I would really suggest that I hope he would sack his agent. It's not doing any good for him, because I know Pogba. I mean, he loves United so much. He loves the city. He loves the people. He loves the crowd. So it's the agent issue.
Yep. Right.
But then again, of course, with the agent, I mean, just to play devil's advocate, right? If things work out, you got agent, Pogba stays, Jadon Sancho, he performs to the best of his ability, maybe surpass what he's doing in the Bundesliga. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer stays. Next season, we can get the best number 9 available today, because he's not going to Chelsea, right? Erling Haaland.
Well, they have a special relationship between them, because Ole managed him before in Malta. But it wouldn't be easy, because I think his father would love him to join City. But whoever City signed this year, that's a key decision there, because we all know the rumor City going to sign after Grealish will be Harry Kane. So I don't think they need Erling. Erling might be going to Spain. But other than that, I don't see any potential young world-class striker at this moment, except from him and Mbappe.
Raf, I have one question, because since you mentioned you played FM also, and if today you are Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, all right, and he has always been using that 4-2-3-1, all right, and now with this signing, do you still think he will do that 4-2-3-1, or do you think that he will use another formation? And there's rumors about this 4-3-3, coming back with wingers in play and things like that. What would you do if you are Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? What would you tell him to do?
Well, we have to look on the current modern football philosophy, where everyone is tight in defense. So it's not that easy to straight away play a traditional 4-4-2 like the old days, because back then, holding midfielder's role is not as important as now, like how Kante for Chelsea and Rodri for City and Busquets for Barca. So I think he would still stick to 4-2-3-1, But somehow, if you look at the formation, it's not really 4-2-3. It can be as 4-3-3 as well. It's very subjective. But I would say he wants to try with one holding midfielder. Well, it depends on who we sign. If we keep using McTominay and Fred, now it's not going to happen, man. Forget it.
Yep. I think that's going to be the sideway passing of McFreds.
Assuming, I mean, touch rate, and I hope it doesn't happen. We don't have a CDM signing, right? Which particular personnel would you think would be the best to fit in the sole CDM position from our squad now?
I would say McTominay for sure. He's young, he's aggressive, he got the physical, and he gets better and better as the season goes by. So the only one we have is McTominay. I don't think Matic is fit enough at that role at his age now. Fred either, because Fred, if you play in Champions League, maybe he would perform better because it's much more free-flowing football. But if you talk about Premier League, Fred, he's not the man.
How about maybe, okay, just throwing a name. What do you think about this Excel Tuanzebe, if he would fit into that position?
No,
still cannot.
No. I don't know. I mean, we need to bring the consistency in Tuanzebe, because when he was at Villa, he was solid. And then when he joined United, in one game, he was one of the best, especially when the match against PSG. And then after that, he goes quiet. And then pre-season, he looks a bit shaky. So it's all about consistency in United.
Right, Raf, I have one more question. Then I'll probably give Dom to end it later on. And this is actually one of our heated debates among our JomUnited.
I wanted to cue it in, bro. I wanted to do it.
Okay, our heated debate. Okay, and this is actually between two camps here. David De Gea and Dean Henderson. All right. Who do you think should start for United and why?
Well, I think De Gea lost his touch since 2017. And I would give Dean Henderson a head start, because we need to groom him now. He's BPL proven. He have the size, he have his vocal, and of course he's still a young goalkeeper. But you have to play him now. You have to get him to used to our centre back now. But I think De Gea is no longer that kind of De Gea that we know.
Team Henderson
for
for
sure. Oh man, I tell you, I think you'll be getting message from Doc. Doc will be messaging. He'll be asking Josh for your number. He'll be messaging you later, telling why the DDG is the main person. But then I think the coming 7 games, I think most likely DDG De Gea is going to be the number 1 position, because I think Henderson is recovering from COVID.
Correct.
Okay. So Raf, what are your expectations for Manchester United in the coming season? I mean, if you have to reach for the stars and give something crazy, the treble, whatever it is, just boom, just do it, just say it.
I have a feeling that they're going to win the league this time. Not Champions League, but the league. But it's going to be a very close call with Man City. And, well, Liverpool fans will be angry with me, but I don't see Liverpool doing well compared to last 2 seasons. But Chelsea is exciting. So I would say top 3 would be United, City, and Chelsea.
Assuming if Chelsea get a proper number 9, because as long as they got Timo Werner in their team, I don't see them as a big threat because the guy got all his special skills of missing goals and stuff like that.
Well, Timo Werner is a very exciting player, but of course, sometimes the transition of German league and Premier League is a bit scary. But it's different from Sancho, because he started his career in United. I mean, in Manchester, Man City. So it's different. Werner is on and out in German league. So I reckon Sancho would be straight away fit the bill for United.
Okay. Now with the recent signing of Jack Grealish to City, and also now potentially they are talking about Harry Kane going into City, and of course Lukaku going into Chelsea. Okay, I mean the previous weeks, right, the transfer news of United, right, was basically dominating everything. Okay, with the signing of Rafael Varane, boom, it's like everyone was talking about it. Okay, now it seems like City will be the one that their signings will be the one eclipsing ours, you see. So assuming like now, if you really can go for a realistic signing, the balance signings, who would you go for at this moment? Okay, I know just now earlier you mentioned Declan Rice, but realistically, I don't think we can get him because the price tag for him is 100 millions at the moment. So realistic signings, who do you think that we can go for, who can actually improve our squad and maybe give us a bit of that excitement towards the end of the transfer window?
Well, they talk about Saul Niguez, they talk about Ruben Neves, but I don't know. I think they're all right, but that they're not my kind of player as a holding midfielder. Of course, I would love to see Kamavinga to join United, but I know he's waiting his time until next season. But if United can do whatever they can to sign him up, he would be a good replacement for Matic and also Pogba if he's leaving. So he's more defensive, better than Pogba. But if you talk about Saul and Ruben, I'm not too sure about them, honestly.
So you would just still go for Declan Rice, like if there's any chance of the signing, lah.
Well, I mentioned 3 names just now: Kamavinga, Ruben, and Saul. I would go for Kamavinga.
But probably if like Kamavinga, we were to buy him, do you see him fitting straight into our first team? Because he's still 18 years old and rough around the edges and whatnot. Do you think he can take up that particular important role of the CDM for us?
Not yet, but at least we've got McTominay there, and although Solskjaer said he's gonna play one deep lying playmaker or box to box defensive midfielder, but I think he would still start with 2. So there's not really an issue there because you can see Pogba partnering McTominay there. You can see a couple of players partnering McTominay there, even Fred, even. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Ruben Neves, and I haven't watched much game of Saul in Spain, so I can't really comment much on that.
It seems like everyone got, they don't really like Fred because we were actually talking about Fred, previous episodes and whatnot. It's like basically he's the number one person that has to go. But sometimes we need that Energizer bunny, Yeah, no doubt he's a bit like, sometimes he's out of control and then he's very harsh with his tackling and whatnot. But sometimes we need that Energizer bunny in our engine room, so that's why I reckon. Okay, Raf, I have a controversial kind of question, okay? I hope you're ready for this, okay? Okay, being the Malaysian president of the Malaysian Manchester United fan club and also an ambassador of Adidas, okay, recently we have the Glazers Out movement, okay, and then there are some fans, passionate fans. Of course, we know where they are coming from. They are voicing out like Glazers Out, and also to the point whereby they're talking about boycotting like certain brands associated with Manchester United. Okay, so what's your opinion on this Glazers Out movement, and then also what's your opinion on them? Taking the heat on the sponsors?
Okay, my personal opinion, right? By right, from day one, Glazers 2 over Man United, they should be doing what they were doing now. Because now they're more involved with the fans, they're more involved with the official fan clubs. I remember being to the supporters club dinner 2 years ago, and they asked me personally, so I gave my thoughts on it, and they actually jot down every single president in the world on how to improve United, not only on the marketing side, but also the team itself. So I believe that things have changed. Things have changed where we see they are more involved with fans, and this is a good start actually. And having signed Varane and Sancho will actually give a boost for United fans out there that things are going in the right direction. Backroom have changed, the management have changed, so let's just give them a chance to actually revive everything up. Because I think, yeah, of course, I understand the frustration from the fans. I felt the same as well, but well, things have changed now, and let's just hope that it gets better and better next time.
Because we are seeing it from another perspective, which is very good because we all have our own opinion and whatnot. Okay, so guys, we are at the end of our show. Okay, thanks Raf for joining us. Okay, before we end this segment, is there anything you want to say to the Malaysian Manchester United fans?
Well, the membership now is open. So if you guys want to sign up for My Man United, you can just go to www.my as in my Man United manutd.com. So in the website you have all the details and sign up now. At least you got lots of privilege, like you can buy the jersey for a good price. You can have a chance to go to Old Trafford with us whenever it will happen lah.
Soon. Just a quick one. This one also it's more of a cosmetic kind of question lah. But of all the kits that is released, right, and then there are some leaked images, right? Which one is your favorite one? Adidas kit.
I like the white and blue actually. It reminds me of the snowflake jersey.
Exactly.
Because that is the front cover of the magazine that I actually read. I remember Gits wearing that snowflake jersey with a red name set. So they did that again this year. So hopefully it will be a good luck for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's my favorite one as well. That's the one that I'm going to get actually. Okay, so guys, what do you think about our segment? Please leave your comment in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell notification. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Raf Yaakob. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Cheers, guys.